Well, it was supposed to be a surprise, but we found those orange rose bushes you were talking about. Why are you up so early? Nervously, Crystal twisted the green jade ring on her index finger. There was no way she could tell these girls about Welco's plans that would level everything on her property. In their short lives, they'd seen so much disappointment and despair. And Crystal wasn't going to let evil Welco Industries add to it. She'd grown tired of watching this company buy up Reeseville as if they were playing Monopoly. In the last 3 years, Welco had purchased much of the land around Reeseville, building small factories that Crystal would bet her farm had been causing the increase in allergies around town. Did Wellington care? No. He simply said that people should take more vitamins. But what she was most peeved with Welco about was the supercenter they'd built downtown, which caused the fresh food market to close because they couldn't compete with the cheap prices of the supercenter. The fresh food market had been the only grocery store in town where local farmers could sell their vegetables and fresh meats. When it closed, some of the smaller farms in Reeseville had suffered. Then Welco came along and bought them. "Just some business in town, sweeties," Crystal replied. "Thank you so much for my surprise, though." Mrs. Brooke Fay, the director and on-site operator of the house, walked over to Crystal and the girls. "Miss Hughes, I hope MJ and Brenda aren't bothering you this morning," she said, surveying the scene in front of her. "Oh, no. These girls have given me something that I've wanted for a long time. Now I really have to go." Crystal ran to her car, nearly tripping over her Birkenstock clogs and ankle-length rainbow-colored skirt. She started the car and peeled out of the driveway, leaving 2 black skid marks on the pavement. "This isn't going to happen. Welco isn't going to buy me." It wasn't 9 a.m. yet, and Douglas Wellington III, president and CEO of Welco Industries, was popping aspirin. His head throbbed like a heartbeat because the board was on his back. His assistant couldn't find the documents he needed for his 10:30 presentation, and did she just say a woman was threatening to chain herself to the front door if he didn't meet with her immediately? This wasn't happening. Not today. Amy, I don't have time to meet with some kook. Call security or something. But what you need to do more than anything else is find my proposal." He barked into the phone. From his desk, Douglas scrutinized Amy's small frame as she slumped over her desk. He knew he was too hard on her, but today wasn't a day for anyone to expect kindness from him. The board of directors was growing impatient about the time it was taking to get the business park project started. Douglas had no idea the owners of Hughes Farm would put up such a fight over that land. From what he understood, the farm wasn't a working farm with livestock and whatnot. Basically, they grew vegetables. In Douglas's opinion, there was enough dirt in Reeseville to plant a garden anywhere. It had been his great idea to hold off on any other projects until the business park was built. It wasn't as if Welco was losing money, but they weren't making money either. That was a problem Douglas had to fix, especially if he was going to keep Clive Oldsman off his back. Twirling a silver ink pen between his fingers, Douglas picked up the phone and dialed Waylon Terrell's number. Waylon was his father's best friend and Douglas's godfather. In business, the only person Douglas trusted other than himself was Waylon. Were it not for his godfather, Douglas wouldn't be in the position he was in today. On days like this, that wasn't a good thing. He hadn't planned to follow in his father's footsteps. In fact, he'd spent a great deal of his life trying to be everything that Douglas Wellington Jr. was not, even if they were both cold-hearted businessmen. Luckily for him, he had Waylon in his life to control the board most of the time. Waylon had mentored him and guided him through some of his toughest business decisions. "Hello, godson," the older man said when he answered. "Waylon, the board is driving me crazy," Douglas admitted. "I know they want me gone, and I'm beginning to..."